right, today's drywall video, we're going to finish hanging the bathroom, that small hallway, which I don't think I actually showed you guys, but it's just a tiny little hallway. And then I'm going to scrap out, meaning I'm going to take all the old bits and those extra pieces I brought down of drywall. Then I'm going to start pre-fill and tape. If there's time, we're going to go ahead and do first coat. But we'll just see where the day takes us. I'm going to try to get this done in 5 days, but we'll see how that works. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get the word out, and I want your guys' support to get the word out so we can change people's mindset about how money works. I want to change people, because going to work for somebody else and making 5% of the profit is disgusting. It's terrible. Make your own money and maximize the profit potential of any job you have. Let's get right into drywall. The last minute of this video, the information I share will change your life. All right, I want to talk about how to hang a wall, okay? You always want to go hang them this way. It's just going to be easier. So, first thing we want to do is we want to get our height, right? So we go to the ground. Drywall is 4 foot. So you get your pencil out. 4 foot, and you always add because cement isn't even. So I always go 4 foot and 3/4, and I just draw a line. I don't know if you can see about that, but there's just a pencil line right there. And then what I do is I go from the ceiling, and then how tall is that line? So I'm at 42 3/4. 42 6, that's how I call it. And that's my rip. Because I want my joint, my seam, when I drywall, I want it to be this height. Because if it were down here, bending over is really frustrating. So I want it about titty height. So when I run my tools, it's easier. So I've already pre-cut this piece. Okay, so I cut it this way. It was like 50 something. Okay, And then I ripped it, so it's that height, the 42.6. So then what you do is you get your screws ready. I get a screw in my gun, a couple in my mouth. You pick it up. And you want to slam it against the ceiling pretty good because you want that gap to be lessened. Okay? So now we're putting screws in it. So I'm just going to do a few. Now we're going to do this bottom piece, and I'll show you that. Alright, so next we're going to do this bottom piece. This top piece I had to rip, so I had to take off a section. Alright, this is 4 foot, so I had to cut it down. Here, this is exactly 4 foot, so I only had to do one step. You need your toe jack. Okay, I call this Jackie. Then you're going to take your drywall. Hang on. There we go. So do you see this gap here? Okay, so we expected that because your floor is never even. And your baseboard is going to cover the hole in the bottom. So again, you're going to get your screws ready. Put one in the gun, a couple in your mouth. And then we're going to jack it up. So put it under, then you just lift it. Come on. This framing is really poor on this job. I don't know if I'm going to get it with this one. Whatever. So frustrating. So ideally this isn't there, okay? But this framing, there's nothing square on it. This whole wall is jacked up, and I didn't do it. So really use your toe jack lifted off the ground. You see how we're tight there? It would have also been tight there. And I could take it down and cut the drywall, but what do I care? I can just pre-fill that, right? I'd just be wasting my time. Pre-fill is going to solve that, and you'll never know, and it will never crack. So that's how you hang a proper wall. I mean, minus this crack, right? But you always hang first, and you rip the top, so the seam is about this high, so it's easier to work with your tools. And then you bring your full 4 foot sheet up. You always hang the ceiling first, and then your walls. So I'm going to finish the rest of this bathroom. Alright, here I want to show you how to router. These switch outlets are a lot easier to router than the ground outlets. And I'll show you both. Just understand you're going to mess them up. Okay, the very couple times you're going to mess them up. So let's first look at it. Okay, we're smooth on this edge. All these 3 edges. This edge, there's 2 bumps. So when I'm going my router over and I go down, you're going to feel a bump. So just know that that's there, so you're going to have to move your router a little bit. You go down, you feel another bump. Okay, so with this one, we're gonna get Jackie again. Our toe jack, if you didn't watch that part. We're gonna lift it up into place so we kind of know where it goes. And here I'm not gonna mark anything because I already know where it is. If it's on the ground, we're gonna mark it, and I'll show you that. So first we're gonna kind of see where it is because I can see behind it. Turn it on. It's really noisy, so you won't be able to hear me. But I'm going to stick it in, push it down till I feel back pressure, because then I'm hitting it, and then I'm going to outline it. Now this thing turns this way. Okay, so I want to go with the turn so the blade naturally hugs the piece that I'm going. Does that make sense? So we're turning this way, so it's naturally trying to pull in to the outlet. So it just gives a cleaner cut. I did that one a little tight, so we broke there a little bit, but I mean, it just doesn't matter. I'm going to tape that anyway. Let me get you a better shot of that. Okay, so those are our little bumps, so you got to work around those. Okay, I'm going to get my toe jack and that'll fix that. But, so you're just understand you're going to mess it up. That little bit there, the plate's going to cover, so I don't need to fix that. Like, see that? I even messed that one up. I was cutting it and I lost track where I was. So you're gonna mess them up, okay? So just understand that. But that's how you do it. Then I'm gonna show you how to do a ground one as well. Those are a little harder. All right, I'm going to show you how to cut this bottom one out. First, you want to just kind of sweep the ground there. We're going to make one measurement. So we're at 12.6. That's 12 6/8. So I'm going to put a line right below it. And then just kind of do a squiggly line, just so I don't lose it, and then write the number. So 12 3/4 or 6/8 is how I put it. And that's all the marking I need to do. So next we're going to hang the sheet. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to hang it and put 2 screws up here. So I'm going to get that far and then we'll cut this. All right, so we're hung here. So I know that the outlet is somewhere in here because the line, right? My measurement, 12 6. Put a little mark. And normally I don't pencil the wall. I just use my router. But basically, I'm not going to turn this on in a minute. But we know, so I need to stick it in there and then I'm going to feel it. So I'm going to stick it in and pull up, and then I'm going to feel the pressure, and then I'm going to outline it. So again, this bit turns this way. Okay? So we want to hug, the other way, so it feels it and it hugs next to it. So this is pretty noisy. So as you can tell, that's perfect. So those are normal, but that's perfect. Look at that. You can do it too. Okay, that's all I'm gonna have time for today. I forgot about a repair I had to do, so that's where I'm headed now. I'm still on pace though to finish on time, what we talked about. So pretty cool. Right now I'm at 72 an hour, and I worked today. So I worked 6 hours today, making 72 an hour because I'm still on pace to do that. Now I'm headed to another job. It's for 360, a couple holes in the wall, and that's gonna probably take me maybe 3.5 hours to do. So today total, I'm gonna make, or work 9 hours and make whatever that math is. Pretty interesting, huh? So altogether, we're maybe $90 an hour for 9 hours of work. Do you make that much money? Interesting. Subscribe to this channel. Share it with your friends. I can help you become wealthy. I really can. Watch all of my videos. All the information I share with you can change your entire life. Thanks.